Okay, so over the past 2 years, I've invested into all of the best productivity books, read all of the best marketing books, invested over $25,000 into different coaching programs, mentors, one-on-one courses, and etc. Scaled 4 offers past 100K a month, scaled my own offer past 50K a month, and scaled 20 offers past 10K a month. I think that I found the most lead efficient funnel from getting from 0 to 200K per month. And in this video, I want to break it down for you guys. So let me just make myself a little bit smaller and share my screen with you guys. And before I actually get into the funnel, get into the breakdown, which I'm going to do in just a second, I want to show you guys that this is actually real. So this is one of the offers that we've recently been implementing this on. I'm just refreshing my fan base's page here just to show you guys this is real. Saturday is usually a slow day for us because we don't have all of the closers working. But Friday we did 8.5K. Thursday was 1.2K. Wednesday was 8.2K. I mean, obviously you guys get the point. This is working. And what's actually crazy is actually remember the number 8.5K because this Friday we did more than this offer was doing before it started working with us. So the month before it started working with us, it was doing around 7.7K per month. So less than we did literally just yesterday, which is kind of crazy. Then on March, it did 20K. So this is the first month that we actually started implementing the system, getting the whole process right, hiring the sales team, etc. In April, we did 50K, and in May, month to date, we are 71K. Past 4 weeks are 93K, and including bank transfer and crypto payments, we are at 115K cash collected. Don't worry about revenue. All we talk about is cash collected on this channel. And I want to show you guys this exact funnel. I know so many people running this exact funnel. We have so many different clients running this exact funnel. And I think that this is the most, I'm telling you guys, this is the most lead efficient funnel from getting from 0 or 10K a month to 200K a month. So up until 200K a month, this is probably the best funnel that you can run right now. So let's get straight into it. Now, this is what the funnel looks like. I'm not going to overcomplicate it for you guys in this video. I'm not going to show you guys some weird diagrams. I'm going to dumb it down to the maximum level and make it as simple as possible for you guys to actually understand. So this is where the funnel is the same to everybody else. And then here's where we kind of change it up. So obviously every single funnel starts with traffic and then it gets pushed over to the funnel itself. And then this is where our funnel changes. So this is a pretty simple opt-in funnel, which I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with, right? Through this kind of Bread Scales example. Bread Scales started doing this and then everybody started copying him. So it's a super simple funnel. It looks like a normal VSL page, apart from when you click on the VSL, it asks you contact details. So let me just put some fake contact details in. Obviously, this isn't mine. I'm just going to put a random phone number in, submit it, and go to the next page. Next page, super simple, VSL, apply now. And that's where the funnel kind of ends. But we are completely changing it up with this funnel right here. So from the front end, from like the first view, it looks super simple. It looks very similar, for people trying to replace their 9 to 5, get access to Adobe's free trading, get access to Adobe's free course community, usually $97 a month, now it's free. Now, you may be asking yourself, Alexi, well, you just tricked me. This doesn't look like anything special. I've seen this a million times before. Like, why are you showing me this? Like, this is just a normal, opt-in funnel. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not, because from the front page, the first page is pretty good, right? But what we have is most people coming into this and just not being lead efficient at all, right? So we have the super simple opt-in, they're opting in, click to sign up, and then we have the same VSL page. Obviously, I've clicked on this before, so I've tested it. That's why it was looking like that before. But for most people, or for everybody clicking on the page for the first time, it will just look like this, and then super simple stuff. Now, where we're changing it up is instead of this just being the entire next page where we just have a simple free training, we're giving them access to a free coursing community, like I mentioned before, to put more selling points into the funnel. So we're saying here, we've sent you access via email, link expires in 15 minutes. It doesn't actually ever expire, but we're just saying this to build a little scarcity, right? So then they're getting access to the training, right? And I'm gonna get into the rest of the funnel in just a second and how we're actually being lead efficient on the back end. But on the front end, we're actually just copying everybody else and just running the exact same stuff. So in this free trading, we have our $100 million offer right here, and then watch free training, click here, just showing a few student results, apply here, goes to a type form, and then if they qualify, they go to the calendar, and if they don't qualify, then they're going to get it redirected to a page where we're just telling them we're checking your qualification when really they're just disqualified, right? So this is how we're changing it up. You know, it looks pretty simple on the front end, but I actually want to show you guys how we are switching it up on the back end, right? Because on the front end, you know, it looks literally the same to everybody else. But because we're saying it's a free course and community, we can do so much more selling on the back end. Because even for the people who don't make the decision on the first page, which is where everybody's going wrong, most people are like, do I really want to do this? I'm not too sure. And then they make the decision on that first page. And if they don't want to do it, then, you know, they're pretty much gone. Right? They're not going to come back. There's no way to really retarget them. But when we're framing it as a free course and community, it's super, super easy to retarget them like this, right? So they opted into that page and now they got an email getting access to everything. And they're joining a WAP community, and it's super simple. Inside of the WAP community, we can retarget them so much. And I'm just going to break down exactly how we're doing it. So first off, they're joining a free course, right? So with the free course, they're getting access to trainings where we can even further nurture them. And all of the trainings are pretty much framing it in a way where if they don't have our exact system, they're not going to be able to become profitable as a trader building fake scarcity, or just scarcity, I guess you could say. And then we have a CTA in the beginning and at the end of every single training. And we have a decent sales letter in the description of all of the trainings. And then we're also running free classes every single week inside of the community. So you could be thinking, okay, is this a webinar? But it's not really a webinar because it's not framed as a webinar. We're not coming with a pitch deck. We're simply coming in there, you know, every 10 minutes when a question's asked, we're lightly just dropping that, you know, we have this information available inside of our premium server or inside of the upgrade / the high ticket product, I guess you could say. But super simple Q&A, you know, just once every 1 or 2 weeks, you're getting on with a super simple Q&A, you know, pushing or plugging your coaching program or high ticket product every 10 minutes. And then at the end, having a CTA. And when I say every 10 minutes plugging it, I'm not saying like, oh, like go super hard on it. They should just, you know, super like low key. For example, somebody asks a question like, oh, like how do I actually learn, you know, XYZ strategy? You can be like, oh yeah, that's actually something that we go super deep on inside of whatever your training is called. But to kind of, you know, to quickly summarize it for you, you just need to start by doing, you know, X, Y, and Z, right? So that's what I mean by a super slight CTA. And at the end, you know, you can have a 1 or 2 minute CTA and then answer questions that people have about the program, right? So that's the first way to redirect them. And then obviously, you know, we have the free training, which is doing most of the converting. So these are the main places where we can kind of differentiate yourselves. And this works like a charm. Like I'm telling you guys, this is so easy to pull off. If you're under 200K per month and you implement this, you're actually going to be so lead efficient, because not only do we have this, we also have emails, right? So they're getting added to an email 10-day sequence where we're talking about results that people have inside of the free training. So we're pushing them back to the free training, and then we're also pushing them to our main high ticket product over a 10-day email sequence. Now, if you guys want me to go deeper on the email sequence, send me a message on Instagram, and I'm going to send you a separate Loom video. Instagram's first link in the description of our email sequence. And then obviously they can book a call from the email sequence, because we're also obviously pushing our high ticket product. Then we're SMS blasting them, another way for us to retarget them. Also kind of speaking about the free community, but also speaking about our high ticket product. They're also getting an auto DM inside of the free community. And then they also have a dialer also trying to dial them and book in a call with them. So as you guys can see, we can pretty much hit them from every single angle with the free training, the free class, the CTAs in everything, dialer, auto DM, SMS, and email, to, you know, the other standard version of running this kind of funnel where we're just asking for their name, email address, and phone number. You might have an email list, you might have a dialer, but that's pretty much where the entire thing ends. We have so many different angles that we can hit them with, and that's why we can be so much more lead efficient, book so many more calls, which obviously results into so much more cash. Now, this has been much shorter video than usual, but I just want to show you guys this funnel, and I want to emphasize how well that this is working, because this is by far like the easiest thing to pull off in 2025. And if you can pull this off, you're going to make way more money than you were making before. So for all of you guys who are interested in implementing something like this, you already have a little bit of an audience and you want to get to 1 to 200K per month, then you can book a call with me. First link in the description. I have an explainer video talking about how I can actually implement the system for you. And then you can book a call with me, not just some kind of random closure. It's actually with me or if you have a good idea for an info product, a good idea for a coaching business, but no idea how to build a coaching pro business and you don't have an audience yet, I could also help you out. So just watch my explainer video, first link in the description. But that's everything for this video, super short one. Just wanted to give you guys all of this value here. So if you found it enjoyable, like, subscribe, do with other stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.